Picture this. A longship cuts through the misty waters of a dragonhead prow snarling, shields lining its sides, and a crew of fierce Norse warriors ready for whatever lies ahead. This is the image of the Vikings we all know and love, right? But what if I told you the real story is even more fascinating than the legends? What if the legacy they left behind isn't just about raids and axes, but about exploration, innovation, and secrets that are still being uncovered today? Welcome to Secrets of the North, where we're digging deep into the real story of the Vikings. Forget the horned helmets, they never wore them, by the way. We're talking about a culture so advanced, they were centuries ahead of their time. They were master shipbuilders, of course. Their longships were marvels of engineering, flexible and fast, capable of navigating both raging open oceans and shallow rivers. This technology is what allowed them to reach places no European had ever seen before. From the coasts of North America to the bustling markets of Constantinople. But their genius wasn't just on the water. On land, they were incredible navigators. Before the magnetic compass was common in Europe, Vikings used something far more mysterious. Sunstones. These were crystals that, when held up to the sky, could pinpoint the sun's location, even on a completely overcast day. Imagine having that kind of power, a natural GPS that guided them across the vast, featureless expanse of the North Atlantic. It's like something out of a fantasy novel, but it was real Viking science. And let's talk about their society. We often think of them as just warriors, but they were also farmers, traders, and politicians. They had complex legal systems, with local assemblies called things where free people could voice their opinions and settle disputes. It was an early form of democracy, a far cry from the brutish stereotype. Viking women also enjoyed rights that were unheard of in other parts of Europe at the time. They could own property, inherit land, and even divorce their husbands. They were shield maidens in their own right, managing farms and businesses while the men were away. One of the most enduring mysteries they left behind is their writing. Runes. These weren't just letters. Each symbol held a deeper, mystical meaning, connected to the gods and the forces of nature. Runestones, scattered across Scandinavia and beyond, tell tales of fallen heroes, epic journeys, and sometimes simple, everyday messages, like a Viking graffiti artist saying, "I was here." Archaeologists are still deciphering these stones, and each new translation adds another piece to the puzzle of their beliefs and daily lives. From their groundbreaking navigation tools and sophisticated legal systems to their powerful sagas and mysterious runic alphabet, the Vikings left behind so much more than a legacy of conquest. They were pioneers, innovators, and storytellers whose influence shaped the world in ways we are only now beginning to fully understand. They weren't just a chapter in history. They were the authors of an epic that continues to unfold. So the next time you think of the Vikings, remember the real secret they left behind, a legacy of incredible human ingenuity and an unquenchable spirit of adventure. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed uncovering these secrets, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration. See you next time.